So, here's the male reproductive system. So, mag-start yan from ito connected din to sa brain, no? Meron tayong hypothalamus. So, yung na-discuss na kanina sa may endocrine system. So, magre-release to ng tinatawag na GnRH hormone para utusan itong si pituitary gland to release luteinizing hormone na magdadirect kay testes na naandito sa may ah, scrotum ng lalaki, no? And then, magre-release na yan ng hormone na testosterone. So, ang function ni male reproductive system, first is to produce androgens or male hormones like the testosterone that maintain male reproductive function. And then next, promote spermatogenesis. So, na-discuss ko na to before kung paano na-form or nabubuo yung sperm cells. And then transport into the female reproductive system for fertilization. So with this statement class, it only implies that may simple biology lang ha, na magkakaroon ng pregnancy pag may sexual activity lang. Kasi nag-introduce ka ng sperm cells and then nandun sa may female reproductive system, no? So the testes, it act as both endocrine and the exocrine glands because they are responsible for the androgen production and of course sperm production and transport. So, wag din pati kayong maiilang kasi sa biology talagang dinidiscuss to class. Even in elementary, 'di ba? Nadidiscuss na 'yan. So, ang internal structures nito, we have the testes, epididymis, we have the vas deferens, the prostate, and the external structures, we have the scrotum and the penis. So, to promote the formation, storage, and ejaculation of sperm for fertilization. So, naandito sa testis, ito yung scrotum ng lalaki. And then we have the testes. So, dito mabubuo. Meron dyan kasing parang, yan, mga loop. So, etong loop na yan, dyan nagagawa yung sperm cells. And then, yung ibang area kasi, mga cells yan na nagpo-produce lang ng hormone para maging active etong loop na yan na mag-produce yan ng sperm cells. And then we have the epididymis. So may dyan, tube, no, for the release of sperm cell. And of course, to produce important androgens for male development. So sa lalaki, dapat na nare-release po yun para yung part ng ng prostate gland or prostate area dito ay hindi ma-enlarge. And usually kasi ah, pag hindi maayos yung function yan, matitrigger yung cancer cells sa mga boys na maging prostate cancer. So we have the testosterone. So hormone to ha. Hormone yan class. So ito yung um, baligtad yung figure, no? Pero kasi yung naandito kasi pag ganun yung pa-letter C na baligtad yung epididymis. Dito kasi baligtad. But it's just the same. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na parang loop. Dito may circular, ito yung circular shape. Tapos, dun sa basement, dyan lang yung mga spermatogonia, yung very immature na sperm cells. So, malalaking cells yan at madami yung cytoplasm part. So, with the use of the Sertoli cells, nagre-release siya ng hormone para para ma-activate itong mga spermatogonia to become spermatocyte and then maging spermatocyte 2 and then liliit lalo yung cytoplasm para maging spermatid. And of course, maging spermatozoa. So, ang sperm cell, meron siyang nucleus dito sa loob, no? And then the acrosome, ito yung tinatawag na cup na marami ang enzyme. So, nakakatulong yung enzyme na yon kasi once na pumasok siya dun sa may reproductive organ ng babae, may acid doon. So, protection na nila yon. And of course, yung egg cell, sa fertilization, marami yang protective layer. So, yung protective layer ng mga egg cell ay usually sisirain itong acrosome. So, once na pumasok dito sa egg cell, no, yun yung magiging, yun yung successful na sperm cell na mag-fertilize dun sa egg cell. And usually dito sa nucleus, kailangan lang na isa is either X or letter Y yung chromosome. Kasi pag letter Y, anong magiging offspring nun? Boy, 'di ba? Kasi XY dapat. Kasi yung X galing constant ito sa babae, yung parang matic na talaga. Pag naman XX, magiging girl. May instances na X0 or walang laman na chromosome yung sperm cell, magiging babae pa rin because of this. Yun nga lang, may abnormalities. And of course, meron din na may cases na XY yung nagsama, no? Pero may yung sex region na tinatawag for the male, dapat nasa taas ng, at kunwari ito yung X chromosome, na andito dapat sa taas yung sex determinant for male, napunta dito sa baba. So, ibig kahit na XY, matik na magiging babae kasi mali yung placement ng determinant region. So, sa biology, masyado siyang um, complex, pero ito lang yung pinakasimple, no? XY for boys and XX for girls. So, this is the major male androgen and it is produced from the Leydig cells in the testes. So, it can be converted in the periphery to a more active form. So, from this testosterone class, ito, no, with the use of the 5-alpha reductase, magiging siya, dihydrotestosterone. So, ganun lang yung, kasi pag dihydrotestosterone, more active form siya. Ito active na, pero ito more. So, mapapansin nyo din dito, no, na merong mitochondria. Maraming, powerhouse dyan. So, it aids the sperm for the swimming. So, dito may tinatawag na hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. So, ang function niyan just to promote and maintain sexual development and function in the male. Merong inhibitors din dyan. We have the inhibin B and the Mullerian inhibiting substances or the MIS hormone. So, these are produced by the Sertoli cells in the testes. And then we have the modulating hormones. So, ito yung FSH or the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. So, these are released by the pituitary gland and i-regulate lang naman siya ng GnRH na galing kay hypothalamus. So, ito yung na-discuss naman before, no class. So, ito yung fertilized egg. So, ito yung sperm cells and then the egg cell, no? Pag nagsama yan, magiging zygote. Wait lang, class. Okay. So sa human embryos, meron tayong default, sexual differentiation which is the, female. So, dito pa lang sa zygote 'no, matic na yung or temporary muna na sexual differentiation ay female. And then we have, magiging from the zygote, magiging 2 cell 'yan, 4 cell, 8 cell yung cleavage. And then dito, meron na 'no, na cell arrangement. Huwag masyadong malakas, nagkaklase ako pa, rinig 'yan. Huwag masyadong malakas. And then, dito sa cell arrangement, after nun, saka magiging active yung, tinatawag nating male sexual differentiation or the SRYG yung sinasabi ko kanina para, from the default na female, magiging ano, male na siya kung Y ang chromosome na pumasok dito, sa egg cell. So, yung SRYG natin, tinatawag na, sex determining region at nag-e-encode yon for the development of the, testes. So, dito din, dun sa may scrotum area, merong Sertoli cells. It will develop by the, testes to produce, this hormone para ano, ma-repress niya or, ma-degrade niya itong Mullerian ducts na nakikita usually sa female. And also, they have the Leydig cells. Pahinaan mo naman 'yan. Itong Leydig cells na 'yan, it produce the testosterone hormone. Ito yung class 'no. So, ito yung bilog. So, itong mga Leydig cells na 'to usually makikita diyan sa may ano, color pink. So, sila yung nagpo-produce ng hormone and major driver of the male reproductive, development. So, functions of testosterone. So, it stimulates the development of the Wolffian ducts, in the male, fetus. Ito kasi ang, sa mga embryos, somatic na muna, during 'pag hindi pa tapos yung cell arrangement, doon sa embryogenesis, meron na Wolffian duct at ano, Mullerian duct na present pero matic or default state ang female. 'Pag wala namang Y chromosome, ang mangyayari, since XX yung, successful na nagsama, magiging ano 'yan, babae. So, made-degrade itong, Wolffian duct and then made-develop into ovaries. Ito yung hormone 'no, endocrine organ. And then ito ay magiging fallopian tube and then made-develop ito into uterus at saka, vagina. 'Pag naman sa lalaki, XY yung successful 'no class, may hormone na tinatawag na ah, Mullerian duct. So, itong Mullerian made-degrade at matitira itong, panlalaki. So, ito ay, eventually magiging testes, ito yon. And then we have the, Wolffian duct. So, ganun yung nangyayari sa mga babies, yung mga gender, ano yun, before siguro mga second trimester, complete na yan. So, before pa magkakaroon ng gender reveal. Gano'n. So, sa lalaki 'no, the Wolffian, ducts will proceed into testes, epididymis, the vas deferens, and the, seminal vesicles. So, ang other purpose ng testosterone, sa mga growing adult males, first is yung erythropoiesis for the blood cell production. So, may hormone na yan, pupunta siya dito sa may bone marrow kasi meron dong mga hematopoietic stem cell. And then doon class, ma-activate na yung production for the RBC. Sorry. And then, of course, ito yung sinasabi ko rin kanina na at age of 10, around 1/3 or 2/3 lang ang active na testosterone sa male. And then, pagdating nila ng 20 years old, fully maximized na. And then, nag-reach na siya ng 30, unti-unti na yang umuunti. Pababa na. And ito, pubertal growth spurt. So, kasi dito kaya siya nag-fully maximize, puberty stage kung saan made-develop na talaga yung mga secondary male characteristics ng lalaki. And other purposes, we have the bone density. Since, for red blood cell production, and of course, sa bones, closure of epiphyseal plates, and then, of course, maintenance of bone mass density. Kaya usually, matatangkad yung mga boys kasi active yung testosterone. We have also the deepening of the voice and increase in muscle mass. And then we have the male physique development and the libido. So dito sa brain, increase sex drive, improve mood, confidence, at saka memory function. Yung sa muscles, aside from increase in muscle mass, yung strength and endurance din ay nag-increase. For the sex organs, we have the sperm production, yung nabanggit na kanina, as well as the prostate growth and the erectile function. And then we have the skin for the hair growth at saka collagen growth. Ito lang naman yung simple pathway para maging active lalo yung testosterone. So, from this testosterone hormone, it will be breakdown by the 5-alpha reductase para maging DHT. So, si DHT, for the prostate development lang, the scrotum and penis, and of course, siya rin yung nagde-determine for the male hair pattern. Meron tayo sa facial, yung mga balbas or bigote. We have the axial, yung sa kilikili, and the pubic hair, which include the pathology of male pattern balding, increased sebaceous gland, and the secretion and acne. And puberty, of course, nangyayari lang yan between 11 to 13 years of age. Starting yan. Meron dyan na sudden rise in GnRH from the hypothalamus. Sabi ni mama, punta ka na daw ng palengke. Punta ka na daw ng palengke, sabi ni mama. Di ko alam. Sabi pumunta ka lang daw eh. We have the GnRH. So, yung GnRH, it just stimulates the FSH at saka LH. The LH stimulates the Leydig cells, na-discuss na yan kanina, no? And then, it will increase the testosterone. So, yung testosterone, nagko-cause siya for the growth and pigmentation of the scrotum and the penis. So, usually, kailangan yan to protect the sperm cells na mamatay. So, kailangan nila sa may cold at saka dark na place. We have the secondary sexual characteristics. So, ito yun. Yun nga, facial, axillary, chest, at saka pubic hair growth. And the deepening of the voice and, of course, the growth spurt. We have the organ systems involved. Ito din, may hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. It's just the same dun sa may first, yung sa may cover, no? For sexual maturity yon, for the sperm production, for the development of secondary sex characteristics, and then for the maintained spermatogenesis and sexual function throughout the male's lifetime. So, ito usually kung yan yung scrotum, andyan yung testes, right? Kailangan na dark. Usually talaga dark yung mga yan. Yun kasi explanation sa amin ng college. Para ma-prevent yung death of sperm cells. Saka nag-experiment din kami before. Yung mga classmates ko na lalaki, nag-release sila ng sperm cell and then titingnan namin sa microscope. So, may instruction yung prof before namin na gumamit ng ice. From home kasi to school yung travel. So, yung iba kong kaklase hindi ginawa yun. So, pagdating sa school at inobserve namin under the microscope, halos namatay yung sperm cells. Pero yung isa naming classmate na sinunod yung prof namin, nakita namin under the microscope na para siyang tadpoles kung mag-swimming. So, this is spermatogenesis. It starts at puberty. And then, yun nga, nasa germ layer siya. Ito. So, mag-start siya dito sa may basement membrane of the seminiferous tubules. And then, we have the FSH. So, it stimulates the Sertoli cells for spermatogenesis regulation. And then, every 13 days, meron kang isang cycle of spermatogenesis. Pero hindi sila sabay-sabay, no? Since napakarami ng seminiferous tubules na andito sa loob. So, dito may first stage tayong tinatawag, may mitosis. We have the spermatogonium. Magiging siya, primary spermatocytes. And then, we have the second stage, yung spermatocytes. It will be secondary spermatocytes via meiosis 1. And then, itong third stage, from the secondary spermatocytes, it will become haploid spermatid. So, nahahati na siya dito, no? So, meron din tayong term na primitive spermatocytes. So, these are matured sperm cells and it will migrate towards the lumen. And then the spermatids, dun ko nilagay sa may tricycle at maingay at nagkaklase ako. And then the spermatids, it will just transform into the spermatozoa by reducing cytoplasm. Yun na-discuss ko na naman yun kanina ng simple explanation. And then the spermatozoa, immotile pa lang yung mga yan. And with the other, tawag dito, mga liquid na naandito sa loob, magiging motile na yung sperm cells. So, yung mga sperm cells, no, immotile pa lang dito and magte-travel siya dito sa may epididymis for the maturation. And then we have the tail, eventually joins with the vas deferens. It will provide an outlet for mature sperms to ejaculate. And then we have the epididymis. Itong area lang na to for the maturation. Around 12 days, no? Pero yung kanina around 13 days. It's either dun sa dalawa. And then, they are then stored in the tail of the epididymis until ejaculation occurs. We have the mature sperms consists of the head, the midpiece, and the tail. So, dun sa head, ito nga yung may nucleus, may definite chromosome dyan. It's either X, it's either Y, it's either 0. So, depende yon kung ano ang health status nung or genetic status nung lalaki. Kasi minsan, usually, may namamana pa rin. So, we have the acrosome or cap. So, ito nga yun. So, marami dyang enzymes ng pangalan ay lysosomes. So, kasi yun nga, nabanggit ko na naman kanina, nasa bandang cervix ng babae may acid, mataas yung acid level do'n at kapag, mataas yung acid level usually, mamamatay na yung sperm cell. Pero with this protective layer, kaya niya protektahan yung sarili niya and ma-reach niya yung, egg cell. 'Pag kunwari na-reach niya na yung egg cell ano, na na-degrade na rin niya yung protective layer nung egg cell, so etong ulo lang na nucleus lang yung makakapasok and then the rest of this tail, maiiwan. Kasi ang pinakamahalaga lang naman dun ay yung, nucleus na may mga genetic traits na dala. And we have also the midpiece, eto yun 'no, maraming mga mitochondria, powerhouse yan. 'Pag maraming powerhouse, mabilis mag-swim. So etong, yung dami kasi ng sperm cells 'no, depende yan din sa lifestyle ng lalaki and of course yung, usually nagkakaroon na tayo ng, infertility since yung mga madalas na magmotor 'no, yung motor na nasa yung mainit yung inuupuan. Kaya madalas mapapansin niyo yung mga yung mga tricycle drivers, may basahan pang inilalagay, bago umupo. So gano'n, mainit kasi yung motor and affected yung ano nila, um, yung production nitong sperm cells. So during sexual arousal, physical or the psychological, ito kasing physical yung, um, tawag dito, by means of, touch and then psychological by means sa mentality lang 'to 'no. And of course this, penis is usually made up of, tissue, tissue part. Kasi 'di ba dun sa may ano, dun sa meat of the human body, tissue lang 'yan na naka-display dun sa museum and then the rest of the body puro ugat-ugat na. So very complicated yung mga ugat-ugat ng tao na naka-display dun. And yung mga ibang animals 'no, ah, kung ito puro tissue level lang, may animals na tissue with bones kagaya sa horses. So, dito, 'pag sa sexual arousal may vasodilation, para ano yun, mag-widen yung blood vessels to, bring, ah, blood flow to the penis. Etong penis, eto tissue level lang 'yan. We have the corpora cavernosa and the corpus spongiosum, which are used in the vasodilation. 'Pag continuous ang sexual stimulation, the blood continues to flow to the genitals and the testes enlarge in preparation of ejaculation. So for the ejaculation, so the sperms were pushes outside with the use of this vas deferens. Yung mga tubes lang yan. And then kasama doon sa tubes na yun 'no, meron tayong seminal vesicle na magpo-produce ng fructose. So yung fructose po ay, for the energy, for sperm motility, and to release within, a fluid that mixes, with the sperm to form the semen. And of course, aside from this fructose, meron din tayong, alkaline fluid to thicken the semen so sperm can better stay, within the female reproductive system. So for example, um, may na-introduce yung, semen 'no, sa babae dun sa kanyang unfertile days. So yung mga sperm na yan or yung semen, puwede siyang mag-stay sa uterus ng babae for around 3 to 5 days. So kung sa calendar method nag-base, so unfertile 'no, and then after 3 to 5 days saka naging fertile yung babae, may tendency na ano, maging pregnant yung babae. 'Pag gano'n, ang nagse-say na lang kasi na sperm cells dito ay may mga ano, X chromosome. So matitibay ang sperm cells na may X chromosomes compared sa, Y chromosomes. So, pag ganyan, within the 3 to 5 days 'no, naging pregnant yung babae, kasi fertile na, ang expected na, offspring will be female. We have the semen, so it passes the bulbourethral glands or Cowper's glands, and then mare-release na steak fluid via this urethral opening and clears the urethra of any urine residue. So that's it for the male reproductive system. Do you have any questions, class?